Hey guys, welcome back to On the Throne. I'm Eric, this is Matt, and we're here to talk to you about episode 2 of Game of Thrones, The Kingsroad. So Matt, whereas in episode 1, the premiere episode, we met all the characters and they were all brought together in one location, Winterfell. This episode really sets everybody into play, pushes them off into motion, basically.
That's right. They all congregated at Winterfell and winter is coming, and now this was almost like a road piece. Basically, everyone was traveling somewhere. We got Tyrion and Jon going to the Ice Wall. We got Robert, Ned, Arya, and Sansa headed down to King's Landing. Basically, even by the end, Kat decided she was going to leave Winterfell, you know, to continue with her investigation into who tried to attack Bran. Not a lot of new information going on here, but you got a little more texturization to the characters. Basically, we really discovered that Kat disliked Ned's bastard, Jon Snow.
Right.
We also got a little more insight into Jon's mother, Wyla, and Robert and Ned talked about the Targaryens a little bit more too.
Right.
And we got to head over the seas once again to see Daenerys sort of come into her own.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting when we went to that portion of the story. We find that she and her brother, even they are on the move.
They were traveling too.
You know?
That's right.
But a lot of sexy time over there.
That's right. We got to see Daenerys sort of take a step towards becoming a little more powerful, a little more self-assured, sort of taking control of that. Probably the least pleasurable part of her new marriage to Khal Drogo, which is the sex. She sort of took control of that. A little insight into sort of her maturation process as it comes to this situation that she's sort of been forced into.
Yeah. You know, everybody kind of going in their own direction really felt to me like pieces on a chessboard.
Right.
You know, and just making sure they all lined up properly before you can, you know, get checkmate.
Right. Basically, the villain of this piece was Prince Joffrey, and we got a little bit maybe smugness in the first episode, but this is when you really found out that he was an entitled little shit.
Exactly.
And if I would have paid good money to see Tyrion smack him in the face a fourth time. He got 3 times in, a fourth time would have been great. And basically, all the other characters that we've seen on the show who are maybe sort of cruel or we label as evil, they come with baggage, they come with a backstory, they come with past misery, whereas Joffrey is just a dick.
Yeah.
And he's just grown up in a life of privilege, and he can act no other way than sort of evil.
Yeah.
And basically, the whole ending with Sansa winding up losing her precious wolf, you know, just shows you just how sort of nefarious he is at such a young age.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sansa and her little sister Arya. It was interesting to see the dynamic in their relationship, and not only how different they are, but just, you know, how they each feel about where they come from.
That's right. Like, Arya is a Stark, and she's a tomboy and tough, whereas Sansa, 13-year-old daughter, wants nothing more than to distance herself from her family, has latched onto Joffrey, who pretty much out-Dracos Draco Malfoy at this point, but not in her eyes.
Right, that's such a great line. I love it. One of the last things I want to bring up, we meant to talk about it last episode, and we didn't. It's that opening title
Great music,
sequence.
Great title sequence, yeah.
And it changes, right?
That's right.
Throughout each episode.
That's right. This is the first time you'll see the second episode that the opening title sequence actually changes. Does not go to the place where Viserys and Daenerys were in the last episode. It travels more inland to the Dothraki Empire. So every time you'll see, watch for it on the show, they go to a new area, a new place will pop up in the opening credits.
On the map there.
That's right.
That's fantastic. So there you have it. For more on what we thought about this episode, be sure to check out Matt's review on IGN TV.
And as always, we want to know what you thought about this episode of The Kingsroad, so let us know on the boards below. Thanks.